So as I mentioned in my other video about what to say to a woman to turn her on, increasing attraction is all about managing her uncertainty. So the more she has to work for something, the more she's going to desire it. This is just basic human psychology. However, you're not going to be able to get every single woman you want. Unlike many pickup artists and other dating coaches tell you, you can get anyone you want. That's absolutely not true. So let's just get real. There are going to be some women who are not going to want you. And it may be because they are lesbian. It may be because they're having a bad day, week, month, life. It may be because she's legit seeing someone else that she's really into. It could be because she's going through a SHIT storm right now and is just not emotionally capable of dating anyone. Or it could be that she's just not into you or not attracted. Oh well, so what? Next. So for the women who might be interested in you, they have to have at least a 6 or 7 level of attraction for you to be able to make them want you more. But if they do have that level of attraction, then yes, you can make them want you more. So just before we get into the specifics of what you can do to make her want you more, let's just go through a few tips about this. First thing is that no matter what a woman tells you about what kind of relationship she wants, in other words, whether she wants just a short-term hookup or long-term, she is always internally, subconsciously or not, vetting for long term. That's just our nature. We can't help it. Even if it's just a one night thing because she's way young or just not ready for anything else, really, she's still vetting for long term in some way. Which brings me to the next tip. If she is a hoe or a gold digger, she may override her own instincts to vet for long term for that short term pleasure. If she does this, and you're actually looking for something potentially long-term, this is not the person to invest in for more than maybe short-term fun, because she's probably either not ready for real or emotionally damaged. See my video on that for signs. Next tip is that what happens after the first meeting is more important than just the first meeting, because again, she's vetting, and the more information that you provide for her that will help her make a yes decision toward going for you will help her go for you. Next tip. Understanding a woman's psychology is not the same as playing immature head games. No one likes games unless you're a gamer. Next tip. The more you give space, the more she'll chase, and the more she'll want what she's chasing. Which brings us to scarcity equals value. If there's a lot of something available and anyone can have it because there's just so much, well, that decreases the value of it. So if you are less available, then you are going to increase your value automatically. And the next tip is that she can feel the intentions behind your actions. She may not be able to articulate them, but she can feel and sense where you're coming from, what you want, and how desperate you are for what you want. And that will trigger an internal reaction of her to either want to chase more or to retract. So it's like the law of polarity. It's like an elastic band. If you sort of pull away, then she's going to snap back towards you. If you chase her, there's no tension there, and she will automatically want to create resistance toward you. So this means that you can't do anything to try to get her because there's an intention behind that of you trying to get her. You need to just go along with whatever feelings you have of desire. You want to do this because you're desiring to do this, not because you're expectant of a potential perceived outcome, the outcome being her wanting you. You do things because you're just enjoying it in the moment, because when you don't pursue, that allows her to chase you. And finally, for just the tips before we get into the specifics of what you can do to make her want you more, is that if you feel she's out of your league, then she'll feel she's out of your league. So you need to lead her into understanding that she's not out of your league. You need to believe that she's not only within your league, but you're the one vetting her to see if she's good enough. You have to feel that within your core. And then that way she will feel that. And we all naturally want to work harder towards something that we can't necessarily have easily, which is why you should keep your romantic doors open. You should have other women available to you so that you don't feel that scarcity, so that you don't feel like she's the only option, so that you don't feel like she's the only one that you want or that might want you or that you're hoping will want you. So just before we get into the 5 specific things that you can do to make her want you more, be sure to like, subscribe, click notifications and all so you don't miss any of my Just the Tip Tuesday videos. Okay, with that out of the way, let us get into the specifics. The number 1 thing that you can do is, this is going to go completely against what you believe, but you want to friend zone her. What? No, yeah, you do. If you friend zone her, but make it audacious, make it exaggerated, and keep the sexual tension alive. That's the key. Because if you don't, then you will for sure friend zone yourself. But if you automatically friend zone her, look, Ashley, you know, you're pretty cute, but I don't know, I'm going to have to friend zone you. I don't know if I'm ready for anything. I don't know if you're, really the right girl for me. I don't know if you're my type. Then she will work harder to get you. Number 2, say no. You can say no or show no. My last video was all about the show no, or how to say no so that she'll want to turn that no into a yes. If you know her, as in N-O, and push her away, she will want to try and get a yes from you. She will want to make your no into a yes. Number 3, you may or may not be able to do this right now because of social distancing, but if you can, if she's comfortable with it, if you're comfortable with it, if we're allowed, touch her appropriately. I've done other videos on this. You can watch for those. I'll put them somewhere, maybe at the end of the video. And particularly tickle her, because laughter releases feel-good hormones that she will associate with you. Plus, touch crosses the intimacy barrier and triggers butterflies. Along those lines, you can, number 4, give her physiological butterflies. So a lot of feelings like fear is very similar to excited anticipation, anxiety even. So you want to sort of capitalize on those natural feelings by increasing them, but in a fun way. So a good way of doing this is to either elevate her heart rate by doing something scary, like you can go on a roller coaster ride or you can go into a haunted house. Also a great way of being able to touch her in both of those cases so that you can sort of either comfort her or, experience the moment together. Or you could even go on a hike. Elevated heart rate, it feels similar to elevated heart rate because of romantic butterflies. So that's number 4. And then number 5, again, regarding scarcity, is to create competition. So you don't want to do this overtly, but the way to create competition is by talking about some of the other women in your life, which means you actually have to have other women in your life. So you can talk about other female friends. Good idea to have them. You can talk about female coworkers or hanging out with them or them flirting with you. Make sure it's really subtle because women speak 1,000 shades of hint. Men don't speak hint. So you don't want to make it obvious, but you want to subtly let her know that there are other women who are trying to get with you in your world somehow, and she may automatically and instinctively realize that there is competition. You're not trying to make her feel like completely inadequate or emotionally abuse her or make her feel insecure in a traumatic way. You just want her to feel a little bit uncertain about whether or not she can have